Hi, Stevie-Lee. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Congratulations on the last couple of weeks. It's been a pretty red-hot start to the season. Can you just sort of talk us through what the feeling's been like after, a bit of uncertainty about whether you'd kick off and how it was all going to unfold for the women's team, and now you're 2 from 2 and going beautifully. Just talk us through how it feels in the group.
Yeah, it feels great. A lot of the girls getting around one another, as well as just being happy. Like, obviously, the last 15 minutes of a game, you always like, you know that's a win, so you get around one another and be a part of that 15 minutes to support one another, but at the same time, like, you're celebrating a win. And obviously that 15 minutes is like for us to just sit there and relax and just be present in the moment.
And is there someone that drives that? Is that left to the leaders, or is it just an organic thing that the girls just take upon themselves?
No, we all talk about it. Doc pretty much talks like, enjoy the last 15 minutes, and it's not really anyone that kind of controls it. We just kind of get around, sing the song, and like be amongst one another. So there's not really anyone that drives it. It's just us having a good time, I suppose.
And looking to the weekend, obviously Pride Round, it means a great deal to so many people. Could you just perhaps talk to us a little bit about what it means to not only the players at the Adelaide Crows, but just the greater community to have a round that's labelled like this, and there's a representative for people when it comes to AFLW?
Yeah, it's amazing that we are actually able to showcase Pride Round in AFLW. Like, it's an honour to even put on a Guernsey that can represent the broader community and actually show that we actually support a huge cause. And especially being myself, having a partner who is female, and being able to showcase that on TV and show that there's people around that can actually support us, it's amazing.
And lastly, from me, just a quick one, is Chelsea going to be okay, or do you feel like will she be ruled out?
To be honest with you, it's all up to the testing to see how she pulls up by Friday, but I'm not too sure. I couldn't give you that answer. That's all Doc's questions and what he will actually do.
No problem. Thank you.
That's okay.
All right, Vicky from Channel 9.
Danny, hi Stevie-Lee. Just wondering, just following up on Chelsea, has she been training, or are you training today, and do you expect her to give it a crack?
Well, training is tonight, so I couldn't give you that answer either. She didn't train on Monday, which is a given, obviously being injured on the Sunday, so it's only a 1-day kind of recovery, but we'll see how tonight goes, and then obviously by Friday you'll probably see the team if she is playing or not.
And obviously you've lost Caitlin as well with the concussion, so if Chelsea doesn't play, are you confident you've got that depth to cover those two?
Yeah, definitely. I trust any of our teammates to come into the side to protect us and be that person that's been able to even be in the defence, or it doesn't matter what position that you actually play, you'll be able to go onto that field and play Crows footy. So I'm very confident.
And just with the game against North Melbourne, obviously they were coming at you late in the game. What is it, because you won round one so easily, what did it tell you about, I guess, the character of the group just to hold that back and get the win?
Yeah, it was obviously a tough game, and it just showed that as a team we can definitely hold our the way we actually play our game and actually be a part of pushing each other to obviously get that last goal, and that was a team goal, which is amazing. But it just shows that you've got respect, and you know that you can rely on all your team to actually get you to the end and win that game.
And just obviously you've had 2 home games. You've got to do a fly in, fly out thing in Melbourne. How are you approaching that? It's obviously not ideal, but what precautions and what planning do you bring in to plan for that?
Like any other game, you kind of just have to, like with what's happening at the moment, you kind of can't determine how you plan or whatnot, but all you do is plan to play a game. Doesn't matter if you're driving in a car or flying in a plane, it's exactly the same routine that you would actually do to prepare yourself to play.
Lovely, thank you.
That's okay.
Zane? Anyone? Zane, are you there? Nope. Okay, we'll go to AFL Media. We got anyone from AFL Media? You're on the line, we just can't hear you. Nope. Theo or Vicky, do you guys have any more questions?
Gee, we're doing the heavy lifting here, Danny, aren't we?
You are.
Well, I suppose, yeah, Stevie-Lee, just again on the sort of forward mix. I mean, you've been able to hit the scoreboard brilliantly through Ash. You expect her to get a bit of extra attention going forward. She started brilliantly, as has the whole group, but, 8 goals in 2 games for her.
Yeah, it's like any other game, and whoever is kicking the goals, it brings a lot of attention to you. But Ash is an amazing player, and she's definitely unstoppable, and especially getting in the right spots for when the ball does come in from the midfield. But it's amazing just to see how much growth she's actually had in the last few years that she's been playing for the Crows, and it's amazing to see, and we all love it.
And how, I suppose, dangerous is it for other teams to see, you've beaten Brisbane, you've beaten North Melbourne, and, we probably haven't seen the best of Erin yet either, have we?
There's always anything that you can come with Erin Phillips. Like, she's an unstoppable player, and she's an amazing leader. It doesn't matter what she does on that field, as long as she's there. We all have the confidence for her to take it to the next level when she needs to, or when she doesn't need to. As a team, we're playing great football, and it doesn't matter what name or who's on that field. We are going to be able to play exactly the same as what we've been doing for the last few years.
And the girls that were in isolation, or the people in the women's program that were in isolation, have they recovered? Are they out of isolation? Do you know any of that sort of detail?
I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure there's a few girls, a few people that might get out of isolation the next few days. So we'll have to wait and see tonight and Friday and kind of go from there. But it's exciting. I can't wait to see them again.
That's good. Thanks, Stevie-Lee. That's great.
Yeah. I was just going to ask Stevie-Lee, just the West Coast, who's the danger players there? What do you know about them?
I'll be honest with you, I don't really think of the other team. I kind of just go out there and play, so I do apologise for that. But they're a good side, no matter who they are or no matter who we play. Every team is always going to be a challenge. So going out there on Saturday, it's exactly the same as any other game that would play, is go out there and play Crows footy.